Umgeni Steam Railway was established back in 1982 when the Natal branch of the Railway Society discovered that most of our railway heritage was disappearing, some up to what was then the Transvaal, where the official railway museum was being created. And we thought that the history of railways in Natal deserved to be kept and used for future generations. So we created Umgeni Steam Railway in Durban to try and save what we could of our railway heritage. Natal was, as most people know, the origin of railways in South Africa. So it's critical that we maintain our railway history in this province. And without anything being kept, I mean, Natal was a very special province. It had some of the steepest gradients, some of the sharpest curves, so it had specialized locomotives. And we've tried to save some of those locos and preserve them. So that's why it's important that we try and keep the heritage in Natal. It's got a railway almost of its own. In fact, even in the good old days, the rule books on the railways used to always state that so-and-so rule applied all over the country except Natal. So basically, we're trying to keep that going by saying KwaZulu-Natal requires its own railway heritage, and that's Umgeni Steam's objective. Everybody loves a steam train. It's got a character of its own and almost a personality. The drivers will tell you every locomotive has got its own characteristics. And I think even the general public has got a feeling for a steam locomotive. It's not just your quiet workabout diesel or electric engine. It's a real noisy, dirty beast that actually gets the job done. And you can see it getting the job done. And people just love having that experience. So we have people, despite all the smoke and soot that comes raining down, hanging out of the train, taking photographs, trying to see the engine on the curves. So I think in everybody's heart there's a little boy trying to get out to see a steam train in action. Enthusiasts who come out just to see the locomotive working. The average member of the public would love to come out for a family outing. So yeah, we've got basically everything, and then people seem to enjoy their trip, and often our trains are booked out. So if you are going to come along, make sure you book in advance. We run trains on a regular basis at the end of every month. We run 2 trains at the end of the month, a 8:30 and a 12:30 train, and that's our main source of income. We do try, where possible, to include specials like Mother's Day, Father's Day. We have carols trains over Christmas and Santa specials. Steam trains are actually, amazingly enough, after all these years, gaining popularity. Places like England and America, Germany, there's more and more preservation groups getting going. There's literally hundreds of groups like this around the world. I think at last count we've got about 7 operating in this country, and we really probably have a place for a lot more than that. We do get visitors from overseas and around the country who come especially to come and see our train. So it's pretty well world renowned. Our members, of whom we have about 100, do preservation of coaches. We restore them, and locomotives. We restore them, we maintain them, and we operate a certain number of them. And that's basically our income, is through running steam trains for the public. We have to maintain our own track, our own rolling stock. Practically everything you see around you on Umgeni Steam Railway maintains itself with the income generated by running trains for the public. Umgeni Steam Railway has got probably the most attractive run of any steam operation in the country. We run through the spectacular Valley of 1,000 Hills. It's got amazing scenery. It's got very steep gradients, sharp curves. The locomotive really works hard. Most of our passengers, we understand, come from word of mouth. So people do seem to be enjoying themselves on our trains.